cooks to the recipe vault. We have been on the recipe vault on holiday for the last couple weeks because we've been fa-la-la-la-la a little too much, right?
Hallmark.
But we're back again, and today I pulled a recipe out of that big recipe collection that I got recently from Oklahoma. Today we're making apple fritter rings. We're basically going to be slicing apples, frittering them up, and coating them with cinnamon sugar, right? Perfect for the holidays. So welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen.
Hey.
Okay, so I have a mandolin here. This is an OXO. I'll put a link down there to this in case you don't have one. I am also using my Zwillig prep knife, which I love. I have some big old apples. So the recipe says 4 apples, but since my apples are so big, I'm going to go ahead and use 3. I'm just going to cut the end off here.
The problem is we had a prior recipe that called for a large apple, and I don't know the difference between large and jumbo. So I even think these things are too big.
He bought the biggest apple that there is.
She said large.
On the earth. So we're going for that. Okay, so mandolin 1/4 inch. Or cut it 1/4 inch if you don't have a mandolin. Take this here and stick it on my apple. And we're going to go ahead and slice.
They're not coming out all that great. What's happening is you have so much resistance, Amy, that you're lifting the apple up. It's not staying flush.
Okay, so that was a mandolin fail. I'm going to do it freehand. 1/4 inch. See? Sometimes freehand is better than using a machine. Then we're going to take this little cutter here. Here's all our apples. We're going to take this here and we're just going to cut out the core like that. And we're going to have an apple just like that. And we're going to cut out the core. That. It's easier for me to do that by hand than messing around with that thing. So Farmer Ebu sprinkled some lemon juice in here to keep these apples from turning brown. So we're going to make our batter in here. We're going to start off with some flour. And whoop, get it all in. Some sugar. This recipe will be up on my website. Some baking powder and a pinch of salt. We're going to go ahead and get that a little stirry-dur-dur. Okay, so in here I have milk. So I have part almond milk and part plant cream. The reason I just mix it up like that is because almond milk tends to be a little thin. Obviously, if you don't have a milk allergy like me, just use regular milk, right? So we have our milk in here. I have 1 little old lightly beaten egg, and I have a little bit of oil. They almost look like eggnog. So we're going to combine this in here. We're going to stir it till it just comes together. All at once. And we're going to go ahead and give it a stir here. You don't want to overmix it. That's a little thick. There we go. That looks like a batter. So let's get us some cooking oil. Okay, so we have a skillet here with 2 inches of oil, give or take. And we need to dip these in here and put them in here. I have this heated up and we're ready to go. Hopefully, I have a lot more apple than I do batter, it kind of seems like. But we'll see what happens. So you can peel or no peel. That is your question, right? Yay! Oh! A little violent. Wouldn't you say, Boo?
Well, you just have to be careful, right? You have to respect it.
I don't know how much batter I'm going to have with these big old apples. I'm going to have to get me like a bunch of more batter here. We'll cook these up and whatever's left over, I'll use them in something else. Woo! I like it. I like it. I want some more of it. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa! Fork. Because that business that I was doing a minute ago is hairy business. Ooh. Maybe not so much oil in the pan, Amy.
Well,
That's what I call yummy. These are looking mighty tasty. Whoa. Whoa, look at those.
mm-hmm.
Kind of look like donuts.
I can't see them from there. Bring them closer, my pretty.
They look like a donut. This is definitely not going to do all these apples. If you have smaller apples, probably would.
Yeah, they lied. They said use large tart apples.
Large is one thing. These are colossal.
Go big or go home.
Ain't playing around. Okay, these are looking pretty tasty. So we have to just take it over the top a little bit more, right? So now we're going to cinnamon these apples. So this is some cinnamon sugar, typical cinnamon sugar. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to start on this end because I need to put these back on here. Cinnamon sugar away. Ooh.
Yeah, in case they don't stick on their own, they just get a shovel and just pour it on there.
Oh, they'll stick. You don't want to do this when they're super duper hot because
you don't burn yourself.
You don't want to melt the sugar.
What is that bad thing?
Making a glaze.
Oh.
These almost look like sugar donuts to me.
So, Boo, where's a little light? Like
But they're healthy because they have apple in them.
crystal donuts or whatever? when they're
Oh, hot donuts. I need a hot donut sign.
Exactly.
Apple fritter rings. Cinnamon apple fritter rings. Look at that. Those look amazing.
Yeah.
Eric's standing here with his chops going. Okay, I think Farmer Ebu wants one of these.
Maybe.
Do you want one?
I don't know. Okay, now I can see it. I certainly want one. Thank you, Boo.
You're welcome. And I'll take one of these beauties. So, they look pretty cool. I'm sure they're going to taste that way, too.
Mm-hmm. Apples are tender. The cinnamon sugar really helps out. The batter itself didn't really have any flavor on its own.
I think I'd put a little bit more salt and maybe a pinch of vanilla. I'll write it up that way. It's fine with without psyllium.
Oh, that's great. I mean, geez. The only thing better than this is having two on your plate.
We'll scoop of ice cream with it. Or in my case, sorbet. These are delicious.
And you made it dairy-free, right?
This came from the recipe we got from Oklahoma. So whoever put this together, thank you. These are delicious.
Oklahoma knows how to cook, that's for sure.
They sure do. Thanks for joining me.